you cannot succeed by going up and just as one person, no matter how peaceful you are, no matter like how like strongly peaceful you are, how fiercely you wish to hug that police officer in LA or whatever. You'll just get beaten down. No one will know why you did it. Yeah. And so you need scale. Like it has to have scale. And so there's a few ways to achieve scale. One would be to be like orate and like to be able to talk well enough to convince people to do this thing for some reason. But still they have to have some kind of initial like weakness or whatever to, okay. If you're developing cults or systems or basically ways of being, belief systems, so that you need some kind of angle of vulnerability, essentially.
Distributing your followership, yeah.
Well, you need a vulnerability. You need something that will like where the person needs change and will listen to you because you offer change.
Rather than expecting something, you get the ability to change. Yeah.
That they do. So like you're sort of like they need change, and you offer it. And first of all, you offer like understanding, and then you offer like this change. But in this case, it would be change that they're having to implement. And so that's like for the first bit, like would be around really manipulating enough people around you. And so you kind of have to use the same...
want to contribute and help towards the... Yeah.
And that might sound like weird, but essentially you do. Like,
that's it. That's where you gather the signatures on the paper.
Yeah, well, it won't do anything. But I understand the metaphor.
The metaphor. Metaphor of the signatures
Metaphorical
on the paper.
Signatures on paper.
Metaphoric. That's it. Yeah.
You're not actual signatures on paper because that doesn't do anything. So, but to motivate people towards, like, for example...
the people say, Daddy, can you help us? And Daddy goes...
No, where they decide to be Daddy and then they like go, well, no. We're just taking over this thing. We're going to start making, I don't know, whatever your modality would be. Let's just say you choose, like, we're going to make our own food. We're going to fuck you. You can't know. That's government land. Fuck you. And we are the government, And so something like that.
State forest. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to make our own food. We can't even get it in shops anymore. Fuck you. Maybe that's your angle. But I think that it's actually quite a hard path. I think, like, if I think about, like, if I'm trying to essentially manipulate fellow citizens into a particular way of direction that I think is advantageous, then it would be better to sort of maybe make it harder for them. Instead of trying to like
up the ante.
Instead of trying to like talk them into like the thing is to make it worse. So like I don't know. Yeah.
If you try to do it, oh no. Take your advice. You don't want it.
How well? When you ask people, I actually haven't heard anyone really agree. Like maybe if a family member died, but it's quite still a stretch. They're kind of like if. Maybe
such good.
If I don't know, maybe I would. Like it's not sort of like that's not even a staunch yes.
There's a bit too much thinking going on, Like people just too challenged, as they'd say.
Well, I mean, ask anybody. Go to work, and anyone who starts complaining, literally just ask them. Go, okay. So what would it take? What's the event that would be required for you to? Not listen to the police anymore.
Yeah. Be able to say no.
This is your role.
We're autonomous. Yeah,
we're autonomous. Like we're taking what I'm going to do. I'm not whatever your mode of becoming the daddy.
If we need you, we'll contact you.
But how?
Yeah.
Like I don't.
If it's necessary, and probably it won't be necessary. Thank you for your time.
No, but the point is that when you ask people what it takes to get them to that, the answer is they don't have an answer.
Inconclusive. Does not compute.
Yeah, it's not like okay. Well, what if your parent was taken by ICE? Well, that's happening in the US.
I know.
And that's not enough. There'll be a bit of maybe use of words or something or crying on the internet. But then others if they're like, you're breaking in. And then something like standing outside and like trying to stand outside or maybe...
Prevent access, yeah.
Well, that's where they're not even... So that's where they're just taking too much.